Well, class, we are ready to put our words in our notebook. The first page that we're going to go to, actually, we're going to learn a couple new words, sort of, while we're on this page, because we had a word that ended with a Y, a single Y. And if I want to add any suffix to that, so my word that ends with a single Y, if I want to add any suffix to that word, that does not begin with the letter I. What do I have to do to that Y at the end of my word? I have to trade it for another letter. Which letter is that? All right. Great job if you said I. All right, so let's go to page 20, where we've got our Y exchange rule. So in our first column, we're going to write our base word, which was copy. Class, how many syllables are in copy? Show me. What's the first syllable? Good, cop. And the second one? E, good. And since we're talking about our Y exchange rule, we know that we're using which E at the end of copy? All right, good, yeah, I-E. So in the first column, go ahead and write and mark copy. Make sure you do that syllable break as well. All right, I'll put it down here so you can check. All right, make sure yours looks like that in the first column. All right, the next, so this first suffix that we'll add to copy is our ed-t. So we'll make the word copied. Let's see, Ms. Peters copied all the papers for me. Copied. All right, so before I add that ed-t past tense ending, what do I have to trade my Y for? All right, good. I have to trade it for an I. All right, so in the second column, go ahead and write copy, but go ahead and trade that Y for an I. It's okay for it to be at the end right now. We're going to add that suffix, so it won't be. So copy, except we're going to have our I saying E right now at the end. And then we're going to go ahead and add our ed-t past tense ending. I should have had us see how many syllables are in copied. Let's stop, put your pencil down. Right now, how many syllables are in copied? Okay, good, there's still 2 syllables, so our ed-t is not getting its own syllable. Figure out which of its sounds it's saying so that you can mark the word. So we should have our word written first, write it first, copied. Make sure we do our Y exchange. Then go ahead and mark your word. Right, if you're not finished yet, pause the video. I'm about to show it. All right, copied. See, we traded our Y for an I, and then we just stuck on that suffix. All right, so make sure yours looks like this, complete with all the markings, syllable break, everything. All right, our next word that we're going to write is copies. I have 4 copies of that book. Copies. All right, so our first syllable is going to be exactly the same. Go ahead and write that, cop. Put that syllable break at the end. All right, since we're adding z, and that's a suffix, and it does not start with I, what are we going to do to that Y at the end of copy before we add the suffix? All right, we need to trade it for an I. So what you should have so far would look like this. All right, but remember, whenever we're doing the Y exchange and we're adding an S to the end, can we add just S? Oh, if we look at some of our other words we have here, we know we can't add just S. What do we add before the S? All right, we add silent E and then our S. So go ahead and do that, and then mark your word. And let's check it. All right, make sure yours looks like this. You've got all those markings. All right, so we see another word where we're doing our Y exchange rule. Copy, copied, copies. Again, both of those suffixes don't start with I, so we're going to trade our Y for an I. All right, and while we're at it, let's pop down to the bottom here, because we do it when we're adding any suffix that does not begin with I. All right, so let's go ahead and add some of the suffixes that we've been using. So we'll add first our edit, past tense ending, like that. And let's put a comma after that, because when we're going to make a list, we always separate the things in the list with commas. All right, and then let's go ahead and add this. Those are the suffixes we've been using with our Y exchange rule so far. Oh, and right, I like to do a little dash to show that it's a suffix. All right. All right, this is a short little video class. Nice work. We'll have a couple more after it.